Alright, so with both of my RC cars here, I have been driving them and having a lot of fun. But with that fun, there comes some consequences, like breaking the cars. So today I'm going to be fixing both of these with some different types of parts, and maybe a few upgrades too. Let's get right into it. Alright, so starting off here, the first car is going to be my Sledge two-wheel drive. So let's go ahead and put the battery in real quick, fire it up, and show you what the problem is. And I have the remote. So, yeah. So I'm pretty sure that gets the point across pretty well. As you can see, the servo is not doing too well. And this is the stock servo, so it is the 2075, and it is brushed and plastic gears. So we're going to be replacing it with this torque spec servo from TexFly. I'm not exactly sure. I'll put it up here though, and you'll be able to see it there. But this is a metal geared servo that will be a good upgrade. Originally, I was going to just get replacement gears for this, but my local hobby shop didn't have those in stock, so I ended up getting this instead for $8 more, which I think will be a pretty good deal. So let's go ahead and start removing this servo. The first thing that we have to do is remove the servo horn on the bottom right here, because this is actually what connects to the servo. So what we have to do here is this is going to be a 2mm. I'm actually not going to use a drill for this guy just because it's connected to the servo and I don't want to be hurting it any more than it is. All we have to do is unscrew this one bolt just like that. And it's a tiny one, so make sure you're able to find it later. And then as you can see, we can just pull off the servo horn like that. And now we are able to remove our servo. These 4 screws holding in the servo are going to be a 2.5. I have had this car for about 2.5 years, maybe a little less or more, but it has actually held up really nice. It has plenty of power for this car, at least in my opinion. We can't just remove it from the car, we actually have to unplug it from the receiver box. So that's going to be our next step. As you see, that was pretty tight on there, but it came off fine. So this is going to be in channel 1 here, so that it just needs to get unplugged like that. And then, so now we just have to pull the wires out of the receiver box. And as you can see here, I have put duct tape here to protect these wires, but that will have to come off to finish this job because it is holding the wires in place really well, as it should. There we go. Nice and simple. So we can just pull these wires through, being careful to get through all those spots, and here is our old servo in its full form. We will go ahead and take this apart, but after we get the new one in. Let's go ahead and get this new servo opened up. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and feed these wires through, get the servo plugged in, and check and make sure it works. Nice and easy. And as you can see here, all we have to do is feed it back through this wire clamp right there. It is pretty difficult. Plug it into channel 1 there. Alright, so the servo should be completely plugged in now. Let's hook up the battery. Alright, moment of truth. Let's actually set our steering trim to full 12 o'clock, just there, and turn this guy on. That's not good. I believe it should be turning. Unplug this guy, flip it around, There we are. This plug, unlike the native Traxxas components, doesn't have a stopper, so I'm not quite sure if it's in. And there we go. Servo is working. So let's go ahead and get this fully installed into the car before we close up the radio box. I'm going to go ahead and start these with a manual driver just to make sure they go in good. Now we have to just put the radio box back together and make sure that you put it on the right direction, because it is flippable, but you want to line up this clear spot right here with the light in the actual transmitter. Then we got to put on our wire clamp, bit tight on there, but these also too. Sure it's sealed down good so that you don't break the watertight seal. Now we got to flip over the car, but just go ahead and ignore my ESC that's not really mounted. Like I said, just ignore it. And then our new servo came with a new servo horn. So now we can go ahead and remove that and then replace it with the nice new shiny one. It even comes with a screw. So these are going to be a 2mm as well, and then so this is our old servo horn, and here is our new one. Very fancy. We also got a new screw, and I'm going to assume this is actually a Phillips instead of a hex. The servo horn goes like this on here. Did this process in reverse, which was a terrible idea, but I already have the servo horn on, so we're just gonna go with it. See how badly I screwed myself over.
One eternity later.
Let's go ahead and plug her in and see how she does. Okay, the trim works good. That is fast. Alright, so first off we gotta take these 4 Phillips out of here. So as you can see here, this is a waterproof servo with O-rings on the screws. So as you can see here, this is our nice circuit board. We can go ahead and pull off the other side. So as you can see here, I guess I did take off some of these guys with it. As you can probably see here, let's see. This tiny gear right here at the top is like totally stripped. So that is the problem, and that's why the servo would just keep spinning until it would try and catch, but it was just so gone that it couldn't overcome the force of the wheels any longer. So yeah, that is this slash done. So the problem with the Sledge right now is it's actually really common for these things, and it's actually something a lot of people recommend to do as soon as you get the car. But what happened is, as you can see here, the tire de-beaded. So as you can see here, the glue has come off right here. So as you can see in to all of the foam and stuff right there, and that is not what we want. So what I'm going to be doing is going to be using this fast dry cement and this is basically just rubber patch. So I'm going to be using that as my glue, and to clean off the tires first, just some isopropyl alcohol to get it nice and clean so that the glue will stick nicely. So, obviously we just gotta do this. It's self-explanatory pretty much. Only a little bit of isopropyl That stinks. As you see there, it is getting it nice and clean, and there was just a little bit on the front as well. Ooh, that does not smell good. Woo! Don't pass out. Don't pass out. Alright, I'm just kidding. Maybe. But as you can see here, it is much cleaner now. So it is not quite around the whole tire, but you know, it is a lot of it. So I'm just going to lift up these few spots, and that isopropyl basically evaporated already. Try and get most of it off here, and maybe less on the outside. Oh dang, that's drying already. Try and squeeze that on without touching it. There we go. Nice. Now on the front side here, okay, let's go ahead and let this sit for a second and see how it dries. But while that is sitting, we can go ahead and do the one upgrade that we're going to be doing to this guy. And that is going to be a wheelie bar. So although not necessary, probably not good, as you can tell by how destroyed my wing is, I think it will be fine. And honestly, I really just want a nice grab handle because there is nowhere to grab on this thing. Okay, so how does this guy go on here? I don't know. Oh, I see how it goes on. Okay. It comes with some new screws. So yeah, this will be easy. Go much faster with the drill. So the reason that it comes with new screws is because with the wheelie bar, it adds that extra thickness, so you're going to need longer screws. So now, I see how this goes on here now. Cool. Basically locks into place too. Okay, so we got it all the way on. Now we just have to put the car back together all the way, and then we can go drive it. So, I'll see you there. Alright, so as you can see here, we have both of the cars out, both the Slash and the Sledge right now, with the new wheelie bar on there, plus the new servo on this guy. And that tire, obviously, looks like to be holding up pretty decent with just a few little drives. So let's drive him a little bit. He's over there having fun in the dirt. I'm just stuck because I ain't got four-wheel drive.
There's got to be somewhere we can like stop.
One sec. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, tell everybody your flawless idea.
Okay, so totally flawless, but there's a speed trap down here. We're gonna see if it'll read the car. All right, you catch it.
The grass caught it.
Go Yeah, those brakes in the air are something different.
They're really...
Hit the brakes and it just goes, whoop!
They're aggressive. Let's see me jump. Full throttle. Can't even make it up. The grass is too thick for this little guy. This wing is about to snap all the way off. Where am I? Oh no, I'm caught in the grass. Don't hit me. Yeah. No problem for him.
Oh, I landed it. Oh, didn't land that. That was kind of a barrel.
Still struggling in the grass.
Yeah, it needs more reverse control.
Oh gosh.
Because the reverse control is like on and off. It's not linear.
The brakes are really sensitive.
Yeah.
Thick grass, can I make it? Oh. I'm practically buried. Can you help push me out? Yeah. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna take it in with some speed. You can just go. Oh, almost.
Whoa, holy moly! That was quite the save. Oh dear. That sounded bad. Holy crap! Ah, didn't read. This looks problematic.
Got the surgeon over here.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Ta-da!
Alright, so sadly the Slash is just about dead, so that one's gone. But this guy is most definitely not dead. And that wheelie bar actually is holding up much better than I thought, although that wing didn't stand quite as good of a chance.
Yeah, nice gradual hill.
Jumping down without hitting a tree. Yeah, don't hit the tree. That would break it. No tree.
Definitely don't want to hit the brake.
Woohoo! That's a jump.
We need all four on the ground. Whoa! Did we just take out a golf unit? It's gonna be heavier in the rear now.
Go ahead. Don't hit me. I'll just stay in line with you, all right? Don't hit me. Oh.
How do you get halfway across
Boom.
the field and run into the one pole?
That one. Right there. One pole. Oh,
Full throttle, it's like, nah.
yeah, we need to put the other ones in. It's about to die then.